Hey ladies, and welcome to Life Empowerment Project. I'm Vicky Murgatroyd, and in this week's blog, I wanted to share something a little more personal than I usually go. I feel that this is great experience that I've had, which would be really valuable to share with you guys. And I know a lot of women, particularly women in business, are finding that they are held back by this particular thing. So, how I got over being self-conscious and how it skyrocketed my business. It is absolutely essential for you to get ultimate success and your ultimate enjoyment out of life, for you to be the best version of you. Now, the best version of you is not self-conscious. She doesn't care what other people think. She doesn't waste time wondering what so-and-so thought about this, that, and the other. And it's a really interesting journey as you go on it. And now I'm sure a lot of you can resonate with being self-conscious, feeling a fear of putting yourself out there, or however you want to put it really. What I want you to know most of all is, just as we went through last week, everybody experiences this at some point to some degree. It doesn't matter how confident you appear on the outside, everyone experiences some level of self-consciousness, and it's totally fine. But how I got over it? First of all, I had to start valuing myself. That was a huge step and definitely was a path. It wasn't an immediate switch. It was definitely a journey, but one well worth going on. Start looking at what you value. If you're in a situation and you want to make a certain decision, but you're not making it because of so-and-so or what so-and-so might think, you're not putting yourself first. Always be strong in knowing what it is that you want, what you want out of a situation or whatever it is, and then you can make your decisions based on that. If you're unsure on your stance on things, it's very easy to get swayed by what other people might think. When you're sure and strong, it'll inspire confidence in your team, in your clients, whoever, and it will allow you to feel super confident and again to start building that habit. And it is a habit that needs to be built. It's not going to be an overnight thing, but as I say, it's well worth doing it. So how I got over being self-conscious was that I started valuing myself. I started being really aware of what I wanted. And also realised, as I mentioned back at the beginning, that everybody feels like this. In a lot of my business groups that I'm in, I always used to sit and look back at people and think, how does she do it like that? How is it that she can get up and speak like that and she can feel fine and she doesn't have to plan and she sleeps well the night before, etc., etc. And it actually came down to me beginning to notice more and more. People do get nervous. People get worried about getting up in front of people or launching a new product or whatever it might be, and that's completely normal. Did you know, for instance, that where you experience nerves in your body is in your solar plexus, and it's only half an inch apart from where you experience excitement as a physical sensation within your body? When you start to look at things as just sensations rather than attaching emotion to the sensations that you're experiencing, it frees you up a lot. So if you have a flutter in your tummy or your body feels a little bit jittery, until you start to really interpret what that means to you, it's just sensation. Now that is absolutely key, is to step back from the old habits of the way you used to view the world, because the way you used to view the world has created your current problem. And when you create your solution, you will not be portraying those things anymore. So it's all about valuing you, stepping back from the way you used to look at the world, and also being aware that everyone's in the same boat. And you leading by example is huge and very, very inspiring for other women around you. I've been inspired by some amazing women who, if they'd given into their fears and their doubts and their insecurities and I wonder what's going to happen if I do this, then I wouldn't have had that inspiration and we wouldn't be shifting in the world consciousness really as we are. So just a few things for you guys to bear in mind. And also, what I want you to bear in mind is that you are absolutely extraordinary. You have this ego voice in your head, this voice that tells you, oh, we can't do that, or who's going to think what of that if we do it? And all this constant chitter in your mind, and it's no use. It's not real. It's just your ego. And the minute you step back from your ego and you just do what you love, you get in flow, you lose self-consciousness and you grow. Because you're not going to walk on stage and speak like Tony Robbins. I think I've mentioned this in a blog before. But Tony Robbins didn't first walk on stage and speak like Tony Robbins. We build these things up. When I first started speaking in groups, I was terrified, and the wobble in my voice and everything else. When I first started doing videos, I was terrified. When I first started putting out written blogs, I was terrified. And it's all just a progression, and it's an exciting progression. Everything that you've done in your life has been leading up to this point, and everything you will do will lead up to your ultimate success. You are extraordinary. If any of you are struggling in conceptualizing this, into putting it in action, get in contact with us, have a free chat with me or one of the girls, and make sure that you get this nailed as soon as possible. All it's doing is holding you back, it's keeping you small, and it's really depriving the world of what you have to offer. You are extraordinary. If you need help, get in contact, and I promise you, you will find the extraordinary within you, and you'll love it all the way. Thanks for listening as always, guys. It's been an absolute pleasure having you here. I really look forward to hearing from some of you and seeing just what we can help do to make 2016 extraordinary as you are. I look forward to seeing you next week. Take care.